what you do and what makes you happy, what makes you passionate is very important. The coronavirus is it's affecting a lot of people's lives worldwide. I don't want to sit and lecture anyone. Like, there's enough research out there for people to kind of go and find out themselves. I just wanted to give my own perspective, my own point of view on how I think that it's being received by the people, and also how we can kind of come out of this on the right side or on a better side. So, I just wanted to touch base and kind of reach out to you guys, kind of get your guys' opinion on how you're dealing with things. And I know the lockdown is affecting different people in different ways. For me as a creative, self-employed, it's pretty much the same as everyone else, but at these times I think that it's important we put things in perspective. So, I have to give a massive shout out to the NHS and the healthcare and all of the carers all across the United Kingdom and globally as well. Without that care, without those doctors and nurses, the number that we're at would be way higher, which is, even crazy to think of. But it really does go to show that even throughout all of this madness, there's some kind of togetherness, some community spirit that's being built through all generations. I think we're surprising ourselves a little bit in a good way. It's less worrying about the things that are insignificant. At times like this, everybody kind of, the focus is aligned, and the important things really shine. So, I wanted to give a big shout out to the NHS, first and foremost, because, without those guys, it's much harder to get over tragedies like this. So, that's one big shout out. But not to make it too negative, and again, I don't want to sit and preach to you guys. I mean, I know there's enough research and a lot of professionals out there who will give you a much more educated response. For me, this is just a personal connection and being able to talk to the people who maybe follow me or what I'm doing, and just to let a lot of people know that we're all kind of in the same boat right now. I put a little post out yesterday on my Instagram, which was just basically lightheartedly just reaching out to people, just letting people out there know that times like this, community is the most important thing. If your small circle, your local community, people that you work with, it's a perfect time to strengthen those bonds and help us all build up and build back up, what we've lost. We can never replace the people, but we can learn from this and learn to appreciate the important things in life a little bit more than we maybe have done in the past. So, everything's an educational opportunity. Let's talk a little bit about the plus points. What are some of the positive things that can come out of this dire situation that we're in right now? The first, as I've previously just mentioned, I think is the community spirit. From a lot of the documentaries, videos, YouTubers, podcasters, all sorts of different people are promoting the aspect of community and how important it is globally, locally. And it's really, really good to see that a lot of people are rounding their support and coming together to, overcome a lot of the obstacles. You see young people helping the elderly. You see a lot of people volunteering. As I've mentioned already, the carers and such are doing a tremendous job. Messages are important, and sending the right message, is very important. So, you've got to shout out to a lot of the government officials and people who represent policies and policymakers, really trying to fight against some of the negative things and push forward some of the better things. As I said, there's always going to be pros and cons, but we try to take the positives out of it, So that community spirit, number one, is very, very important, and it's great to see young people, elderly, people trapped at homes, trying to reach out and get out there to help people, the vulnerable ones who pretty much isolated before this happened, So for those, I think it's very key that the whole greater community comes together to help to, build back up that infrastructure. And it doesn't really always take the government and people in control and in power to make that change. We can do that individually. We have platforms now that we can use for good or for bad. But if we can use them for good and people have those intentions, why not? Why don't we focus on that? So yeah, that's a big positive point that I've seen kind of build and hopefully continues to, even when this, goes back to whatever we consider to be normal. Another one, the pollution. It's a massive, massive point right now. It's no secret that we've been kind of negatively affecting the planet through a lot of the fuel, a lot of the things that we build. Our general resources are kind of stripped from nature. So this time where we're all in lockdown and no one can go out, you're seeing certain places, for example, China, talking about the air pollution, limiting. You're seeing wildlife all over the world, flourishing and thriving and starting to come back in certain areas. So I think it's just a sign. I don't think it's necessarily anything that's changed radically overnight. I think it's just that it's allowed us to realize that our constant use of the environment, it takes a toll. And if we're not all actively trying to replace or replenish the things that we use, then in a sustainable fashion, then it becomes a big issue. So I think us being in lockdown, it's gained awareness, for some people to kind of focus on, hey, maybe we could kind of ease back on things like pollution and kind of damaging the world. So that's another positive. A lot of celebrities, actors, athletes are raising money in different fashions, which is another good point as well, because, if they have large followings, and even individuals as well. I know a lot of people on Instagram and Twitter and social media that have big followings, so big thumbs up to those who are using those platforms to educate people or even just spread awareness. A mentality shift, I think, is happening. I've been noticing for a while. I've been reaching out to a lot of people who are kind of, you could say, tired of the same mundane things they may have been doing, and they're more interested in exploring who they are as a person and what they're truly interested in. So I think that's really great to see that a lot of people are kind of analysing what they've been doing, and is it truly providing them value? Is it making them happy? So I think after this all settles down, I think that a lot of people are really going to start to understand that what you do and what makes you happy, what makes you passionate is very important. And I think that's also what's going to help a lot of us get through this problem as well, this very tough time. Having the ability to sit, reflect, and appreciate small things, little details, friendships, family, and privileged positions as well. So yeah, I think that mentality shift will be a positive point that hopefully we can use moving forward again. And the final point is just an appreciation for our overall health, physical, mental health, our financial health. There's so many different aspects when it comes to speaking about health, considering technology and the way it is now. So an awareness and understanding, and even just sometimes a conversation like these ones. It can be virtual, it can be independent, it can be with an individual. So, but at a time like this, we're kind of forced to speak through the net, speak through our platforms. So if we have it, why not use it in a positive way? So, that's what I'm trying to attempt to do. And I'm sure a lot of others out there are doing the same. So yeah, this is just kind of like a little short video, touch base on my personal initial thoughts on Corona and just a few things that I think can help us and things that we can focus on moving forward to just, help us get through this and come out on the other side. So, yeah, as I said, I hope you guys are staying safe. My thoughts and prayers go out to any out there that have lost family members, lost close ones, because unfortunately they can't be replaced. So, my thoughts and prayers go out to you guys. And for the rest of us that are blessed with good health, let's use this opportunity to help those, to spread the message, and to provide a better future for ourselves. Let me know what your thoughts and comments are, like how this maybe affected you, or even if you just want to reach out and you've got ideas and you maybe want to talk about building up a community, anything. I'd be interested to hear what you guys think. So until the next video, we'll catch up. Peace.